Oh no. That's not a good sign. It definitely means that there's some funky business going on down here. But as long as he doesn't kill villagers, or as long as he doesn't kill zombies, then that's usually fine. But if he gets loose and starts killing things, then I'm gonna have a problem. Oops. Ooh, this is a good idea. Genius. The likes of my genius have never been known to the dregs of society before. Perfect. If I was a smarter person, I would have done this a long time ago. But I'm not a smarter person. So I gotta do it now. I think once I finish off this side, I'm gonna continue doing the walls of the base, because I think I've given up on trying to get enough copper to do it, and I'm just gonna fly. I'm going to initialize the base structure design with prismarine rather than the copper that I want to, because copper is kind of slow to get right now. So I'm going to be using prismarine instead because it's a lot easier to get. And I'm also going to become a smart person and use this the nature of gravity blocks in Minecraft, so I don't have to dig. Because it's not like it's hard, digging is instant, like with a shovel it's instant, but still, I'm going to be smart and not dig. Because digging is boring, and I don't want to do it. Oh, that sounds awesome. Wait. Alright. Dope. About halfway. I hope I have enough glass. I have not traded much glass. I haven't really gotten much glass since my last batch, since my last like what is it, 57? Since my last 57 stacks, I didn't even get another 27, so I haven't gotten another inventory's worth, so I don't have a lot of glass actually. Not a small amount, but not a great amount either. But I should be able to hopefully finish up this wall, and then I'll be 3/4 of the way done with the walls. At least the initial walls, and then I can start doing some more base prep. Well, not base prep, tower, not prep, but more base layout. So, oh, I missed. How did I miss walls? What? How did I miss just a section? I guess because the water does kind of blend in with the glass. Like, not the lamest thing to miss. I'm also just stupid, so that helps. Being stupid is usually a pretty big proponent of missing obvious things. You know what? I blame it on the fact that I'm a slime. Because I'm such a slime. I'm transparent, right? Slimes are transparent. Well, I'm kind of opaque, but slimes are transparent. Glass is transparent. So I thought I was just looking at myself. That's why I miss so much glass. That's my excuse. Oh, come on. Alright. How many more? Just this. Wait. Just one more block here. Come on. Sweet. Alright. That is not a lot of glass left. Try and make do with it. Yeah, it looks like maybe I won't be able to finish this side, but I'll use up all the glass I have and hope it's enough. Because I still have that wall to do in a minute, which is kind of, I just realized that wall is kind of the entrance to my base. Like it's what I've designated as the front of my base, so it's kind of weird I didn't do the front first. I did like the east. Ugh. That was gross. I think I just swallowed a fly. I did the eastern side and then I did the southern side. I'm doing the western side because if it's the front, it's north. So it's kind of weird. I didn't start with the northern side. Also, my snow golem died. My snow golem, so my original snow golem, that was actually my second snow golem, and he died to a zombie invasion. So the very rare like zombie horde event that happens that I was trying to see if I could catch on stream last time, it occurred again, and I didn't realize it, and by the time I realized it, my golem was dead. That was a little upsetting. So I had to get another one in there for some snow. I don't actually really need snow right now, but in case I do, I'd like to have him set up so I don't have to put him in when I need snow. Speaking of snow golems, my copper farm is broken. Where is it? Over there in the sky. The copper farm is broken. I don't know if it was when I accidentally killed all my stuff, but there's no snow golems in it, and the copper farm needs. It had at one point like what 5 times 4. I think 5 times 350. Was it 15? It had like 60 to 100 snow golems in the farm at one point, and they're all dead, or they're all missing. So I assume they're all dead because they're all dead. All the snow golems are gone, and I need more. So I already have. Where is the farm? Farm. What are you doing over there, fish? That farm. There's supposed to be snow golems inside those little contraptions, and they're all dead. So I brought the snow up there and the carved pumpkins up there to make more. A while, I don't know when. Okay, I think like 2 days ago. I have the supplies ready to rebuild them, but putting snow golems into the little compartments is really annoying, so I don't want to do it yet. And I'm not. Oh, I'm out of glass already. And I don't have I'm not in a need for copper currently. So while I do need copper, I do need a lot of copper, but I'm not actively. I've decided to use a different block, at least for now, until I can get enough copper so I can actually build the base and not be waiting on enough copper blocks for a year. So I decided that I don't want to farm the copper, because I think AFKing in it for an hour does not gets you enough for a stack of blocks. And I need, for context, all the blocks I've already placed into the build right now has used over 50 stacks of blocks. So I'm gonna need a lot of copper, and most of the copper I've already put into the build has come from oh, would you look at that? Drowned copper. Cool. Most of the copper that I put into the build has actually come from mined copper, not actually none of the copper I put in has come from actual any of the copper I farmed. It's all been copper that I've mined up. So I'm going to need quite a bit of copper. And every ingot helps. Okay, how much more do I have left? I have, what is that? 5? 6 stacks, 6 and a quarter. I don't think that's gonna be enough, unfortunately. This is quite a bit of glass, but come on. Let me sprint swim. Whatever. Alright, fine. Don't let me be cool. How many do I have? I think I had 19 pressure plates. There they are. 19 it is. Alright. I only have, what is this, 6? I only have 6 stacks, so if I just place 6 pressure plates, we can go from there. Placing these walls is very, very boring. But then again, anything that involves building in Minecraft is usually pretty boring. Like it's fun to there's a little bit of enjoyment in it. Like, you know, the process of actually building is kind of rewarding when you step back and look at the build, and maybe you get a bit of like pleasure from seeing like a big like unruly area cut down, and kind of like, you know, like maybe you get some pleasure in like cutting out areas so they look all clean and stuff, so they're like very very orderly, very neat, if you really like when things are neat. But for the most part, building is just not fun. Like it's not like you can it's something you it's I mean, some people may find it fun, but I think for the most part it's a means to an end. So it's not designed like building, it's really just right clicking in a specific way. Like that's not very fun, but like you get to place stuff. Yeah, and then it's more about the outcome rather than the process. Because like when you place stuff down, it's boring and it's not painful, but it's like repetitive and stuff. Okay, I used 6 there and I only used 3 stacks. If I use 6 more, then that should be about all the glass, or about all the pressure glass that I have. Yeah. Right, that's 6. What was I talking about? Something about building being boring. Maybe it's just because I've been doing it so long. I think in minute amounts of building, it can be less like tedious, but building in and of itself is just a task, and tasks are generally boring, especially repetitive and long tasks. And maybe it's because I've been working on this specific building for so long. If you consider the whole base itself as a building, I've been working on it for so long. Like placing sand took me weeks, draining it out took forever, and it was really boring. And then I had to I'm replacing the sand with glass now. That's just really boring. But the whole, like, the designing process of building is pretty fun. I can't deny that. I think though the thing about like building, the difference between building in survival and building in creative is just the resource management. It's like when you build in creative, yeah, you get to build really cool stuff, but it doesn't feel, unless you're building like giant stuff for other people to enjoy, it's not as rewarding as when you're building in survival, because you know you have everything available to you and building is pretty easy. Like pretty easy comparatively to survival building, because you get everything handed to you on a silver platter. You can fly, you can switch to creative, or you can switch to spectator, and you can place stuff really easy. You don't have to worry about how to place stuff or how much stuff you need to gather. You don't have to spend hours gathering one material or weeks building a farm just to build with one block. And that's why like building in creative is fun, because you get to explore different options. But ultimately I think building in survival is like the end goal. I only have 27 left, so if I just break 27 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And fill this back in, and then I think that one. Pick up all the extra sand. And then do that. And then it's like, so not to devalue anything from creative mode, because I spent my fair time playing the game in creative and just building stuff that's fun. But I think like you get to build creations of your own design, right? Oh, I didn't think about this. Ah, nuts. But I think ultimately the joy, or at least the core aspect of Minecraft is obviously survival. Like you can argue it's building, but it's a combination of building and survival. but for the most part, I'd argue that it's just about survival, because you build to survive. So I think, unless you specifically enjoy that aspect of Minecraft, I think... What was I even talking about? Oh, something about creative. I think, like, the thing is, whenever I created builds in creative, I always wanted to play with them in survival. Like, I was building to survive in things. So I think that's what I meant. Like, you can have your fun, like, creative is fun and all, but I think for the most part, you're gonna get more enjoyment out of the game if you play. That's not true, because some people have different enjoyment. There's gotta be a way to phrase this better so I don't sound like an idiot. No, I don't think there is. I think the best course of option for me is to abandon this train of thought completely. So that's all the glass I have. Well, I have a little bit more in storage, but I think that's all the glass I'm gonna place right now. Which means I need to put this stuff back. I'm just gonna put this down. I'm gonna empty it actually. Hopefully I have enough space. Yeah, I should have enough space. Just you in there. Let's get these out. This can stay in for a bit. Drop this. Drop these. Oops. That in there. Alright. So, where's my other shulker box? I know I put it somewhere. Where did I put it? Now what I'm gonna... Oh, here it is. What I'm gonna be doing is building up sort of the structure of this. So, right now, you can see I have... Maybe if I point, that's better. You can see that I have some very abstract looking design. Oh, it doesn't look abstract. I have designs up right now for the walls. So, what this is, actually the middle portion is done, just straight up. Well, no, okay, I haven't done the sides. That's right. I should just, yeah, I hate this. Go. As you can see, I sort of have the four walls of the inner portion done. So I don't want to fall down there. I think it's time to remove this, unfortunately. The last part, the last blocks of the original ocean monument are finally being destroyed. The end of the ocean monument era. RIP 07, all that good stuff. These can also get brought down. And I do mean all of this. Actually, I'll leave the other side for right now. I don't know if I'm going to do that right now. Maybe I will. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just end the stream right now because I'm bored. Maybe I won't. Okay. Oh. That's got to get removed as well. That's not at all what I meant to do. There's a smart way to do this, and then there's the way I'm gonna do it. What? Oh. No. There we go. Huh. Easy. Oh, the frame rate around the farm is always terrible because of the bubbles. And I'm not turning particles off. I refuse. I like them. Alright, so that's that down. Don't need that anymore. That was there originally to mark out that portion of the farm, I think. Oh my god, the frame rate around the bubble tanks gets very choppy because of all the bubbles getting rendered in. Even if you're not directly looking at it, it's pretty bad. Jesus. get away from it. Okay. So, something I was talking about. Oh yeah, building up the sides. So could you die quieter? Thank you. I have anything that's built with prismarine will eventually be turned to copper. So as you can see, I need a lot of copper. But I have sort of the middle pillars. I have like the center tower's middle wall portion done. So the way the build is designed is a copper, in this case prismarine design, outside of a deep slate room. So I actually designed it copper first, and then deep slate came in later because I thought it looked cool. I don't have any bricks on me, but eventually, once I get the walls in here, there'll be a deep slate border around it. So you can see I've already put some deep slate in here. This will be changed to copper, well, prismarine, but copper, and then there's going to be like a deep slate border, and I actually have to go refresh myself on the design because I want to build the bottom up, and maybe, I don't know if I want to get walls in quite yet, like the deep slate walls, but I do want to get all the design border in. So as you can see, this was the original design. I've revamped it a little bit to make it bigger in the middle, because the original design had the middle stop here with a topper and then the pillars going up there, and I didn't like how the pillars kind of went too above it. I kind of wanted the middle to be in line, or it's not that I wanted the middle to be a bit symmetrical. So you see, I shifted the middle design up to match the middle design of these blocks, and if I ever want to extend it, I will. If not, I won't. Yeah, that's how that works. What am I talking about? Anyway, what I want to do right now is these sides. So I have to remind myself it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 with a 3 block space into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got it. I hate myself for doing that. But 9, 3, 8 is the order, and then it's just that. Okay, 9, 3, 8 going up directly. 19, 17, 38. Hey, I thought it was 9, 3, 7, but it is 9, 3, 8. So from right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be, is it like, wait a minute, hold up. It's not like that. Yeah, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then a 3 block gap. So 1, 2, 3, and then 8. So here, and then, yeah, that's right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That should reach the top like that. Perfect. And that is the design. Oops. Okay. And then I just have to replace those stone bricks with prismarine. I guess I should do that right now. As you can see, the tanks of this build actually fit in, like, so the way I did it is I designed I took the size of the ocean monument base, so this from that corner to that corner, I took that size and then I designed the base, and then I realized I had to fit a guardian farm in there, and then the design fit perfectly inside the tank, so that if I cut off the corners, the design would fit perfectly, which is just a stroke of luck, really. 2, 3, so that's 3, 4, 5. I need more blocks. Okay, and then so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. Perfect. And then I do have to do the chain design as well. I think this block is supposed to be covered. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this one is supposed to be in the middle here. What? I misjudged by a block. How did I mess that up? Oh, that's because I went off the wrong block. Duh. This block is not supposed to be like that, it's supposed to be like this. And then that would break this one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. The scaffolding. I think I hear a bat dying. Alright, and then that is the only thing that needs to be put in is the black, or the deep slate. And then I guess I could put in the deep slate walls already. It's not really, nope, I didn't hear a bat dying, it was the music. Right. Alright, let's just grab 3 stacks. Turn all 3 of these into deep slate walls. Because I use quite a bit of deep slate walls in this build. Believe it or not, I use a considerable amount. Not anywhere near as much as copper and deep slate, but I use a pretty big amount. So the deep slate, or the brick walls will do this. They'll go up here. Like this. And I actually cannot remember if they're supposed to go all the way up or not. That is a great question. I think I have 2 different designs with how they interact with the wall, and I didn't settle on one. So I gotta figure out which one. Now that I'm actually building it for real, I gotta figure out which one. So on this one, okay, they get stuck there. That's gotta be boarded off. I like that design. I think the other idea was having it be all the way to the ground, like that, which doesn't look terrible. I don't hate that design. I think it's what I was doing over here. Oh, I don't like that at all. Or do I? I don't know. It gives up. Yeah, I think I like that better. Do I? No, because I have to. I'll just place it back. That's the other idea I had. Anyway, so that needs to be boarded off the top. Let's go back. I should have made a design that uses less copper, because at the time I didn't realize I was gonna have such a trouble getting copper. Building. Yeah, this needs to be broken. And it's gonna go like that. Copper is not the most. It's pretty common ore, so it's not hard to get. But I'm not doing much strip mining. Oh no! Okay, never mind. I don't know. I thought for a second I broke it with a. I don't know why, but I thought for a second I broke it with a not a silk touch pickaxe and that it had turned into cobbled walls, but that's not how walls work in this game. And also I was mining it with a silk touch pickaxe. Okay, so the only, oh, that's right, you can't get through that. So the in the middle block here will either be solid blocks of concrete or glass, so I can put beacons. I haven't decided. I had originally used concrete, but I think I like how. I think I really enjoy how beacons look shining up, but I have to figure that out because I also want to do it here, so I'm not sure which one's gonna happen yet. That is also not finished. Probably should just use scaffolding. Perfect. And then all I have to do is fill in the gaps with the deep slate, and the bottom floor will be essentially complete. I gotta replace that with prismarine as well. This is annoying, I don't like doing it. Actually, with the scaffolding right here, it's a lot easier. And all I gotta do is place them before guardians spawn. Although the guardians shouldn't spawn right now when I'm this close. Go. Go. Perfect. I just gotta repeat this process on this side. And then so it was 9, 3, 8, I believe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Something is nope. I'm still doing good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I think the most annoying thing about building these is always having to count in your head. I don't know if everybody does that, but I have to do it whenever I build stuff so that I don't mess up the design. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 will be up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then that block's gonna have to be changed, which is gonna break all that scaffolding, and that's gonna be annoying. Go. Another bat died. Who knows why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I have to think 2, 3, and then block here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's get the rest of the walls in. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. There you go. Alright, halfway done. That's right, I gotta break this. I really thought that was a skeleton up there. Another thing I'm going to need very soon is a squid farm or a wither rose farm, and I was leaning towards a wither rose farm because in theory it's less work, but I also have to designate a an end gateway to it, and I only have one end gateway currently. And I have to respawn the Ender Dragon soon anyway, but I have to respawn the Ender Dragon to get another one that I can use as a Wither Rose farm. And I'm not really, I don't want to have to do that just for a farm for black dye. And admittedly, Wither Roses are quite useful for things other than dye, just like because of their wither properties. So it would not be the worst thing in the world to get wither roses. And also, also ink farm, squid farms are really annoying to build, but I don't know, like, it's gonna take a while to build either farm because I need I'm dying. I need black dye, to create black stained glass, and then if I ever want black stained concrete, which I probably will, I need it for that as well. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need it for multiple purposes, but it's not fun. It won't be fun to get either, because right now, like I've killed a bunch of squid that I see like hanging around the base as I go, but I don't even have a stack of ink sacs yet. So it's not. It's slow farming. It would take a while to farm by hand because one stack of dye obviously needs one stack of one stack of actually 8 stacks of concrete. But basically, if I want to craft, every time I need 8 stacks of not concrete. Every time I need 8 stacks, every time I can speak, I swear. Every time I have 8 stacks of glass, I craft. I'm out of prismarine. Where's my box? Every time I craft glass, I do it 8 stacks at a time. So I need 8 stacks of concrete. Every time I need a stack of dye every time I craft 8 stack. Every time I craft glass, so I need lots of dye. Where's before I started rambling on, I think I had a point. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the walls, and this will be 3/4 of the way done. Why did I do that? Why am I like this? I think jump boost is an undervalued beacon effect. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I wish I hadn't done that. That's 3/4 of the way done. Should just have the last one to do. So there, like the annoying thing, there's like a convenient thing about my base, and a very annoying thing. It's a convenient and annoying at the same time, and that is, it's very repeatable design. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And what I mean by that is, I mean it was purposeful. I designed the base specifically. Oh, I have to do this one as well. Specifically to have like a very not symmetric. I mean, yeah, symmetrical design, and purposefully to make building it easier, and also to make it easier, and because like having a base be not symmetrical was really it's very irksome. It's not like I don't have OCD, but like, you know, you get a little bit of the OCD tendency to absolutely despise the base if it's not perfectly symmetrical. So I tried to make it pretty symmetrical, so it's easier to build and follow that sort of design, so I can repeat it very easy. Because I'm not like the more complicated a base is, the harder it is to build, and then the harder it is to build, the less you'll want to do it, and then the less likely it is to get done. So also the other thing is, if I ever want to repeat building this, which I might in the future, I never know, like if I ever want to build the base design again, it's very good to know. Oh, what am I doing? It's very good to be able to like repeat it easy as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Oh my. Game finished. Did I get anything good? Kinda. No. I mean, that's actually really good, but it's blue. I need... What's this? That's not good. That could be quite good, actually. Hoo-hoo! That could be really good. Only it was on speed set instead of hit set. That's right, I gotta press the start button if I want it to go. That's kinda how that works. Pressing start button is kinda OP. Can't even lie. Oh, I gotta... Man, I forgot about that. Walls, that's right. I don't think I have enough walls. Oh no, I have a stack in my inventory. I should have more than enough. Go. And then that is the entire bottom layer kind of bordered off. Oh, well, I say that and then I realize I haven't done the chain design yet on the front, but that's relatively simple to do, so I don't have to worry about that. Oh my god, the frame rate. Ah, the bubbles. Bubbles! Very laggy. Bad frame rate. Good. There we go. Sweet. And the middle part is a little bit more worrisome. The other thing I need to do is start thinking about a mob-proof solution. Ooh. So obviously I built the base in creative first in a controlled environment, in a controlled world where I can control the I have the world time either set to permanently day or permanently night, and have mobs spawning off so they're not interfering with anything, which means I don't have the base adequately designed to stop mob spawns yet, so I don't have any lighting plans. And there's always, there's two options. Oh my god. There's two options for mob proofing, and it's either lighting up or obstruction. So you can either obstruct mob spawns with glass, string, or carpet, or you can light it up. So unfortunately, I can't light it up because, well, I can't use conventional light up methods because I can't use lanterns. I can't use glow lanterns, or what are they called? Not glow lanterns. What? Soul sand lanterns. I can't use fire. I can't use glowstone. I can't use sea lanterns. Can't use torches because they ruin the look of the build. So the obvious choice then would be string, because string is clear and you don't see it unless you're looking at it. So that would be the next best option. But I can use glow lichen. So the idea my base design currently, it's copper and deep slate. It has a very industrial sort of vibe, a very industrial sort of aesthetic, but I'm using waxed copper. And waxed copper will obviously retain its property of looking bronze and very, very bronze and very pretty. However, copper has a unique property in Minecraft of aging. So, and when it ages, it turns obviously very green. So something I can do, which I've been toying around with the idea of, is keeping keeping the main portion of the base, very, very bright, very upkept copper, but mixing into some towers sort of a weathered down look. Maybe not that much, but maybe just this much, because it then allows me to put glow lichen on here, because glow lichen is very similar to the color. And if I set it to midnight, and then clear that. If I put glow lichen on, it does give off a very subtle bit of lighting, which is really nice. And then the other good thing about glow lichen is you can put cobwebs on, and cobwebs, I'm not sure if cobwebs reduce spawns, like hostile mob spawns, but cobwebs will reduce iron farm spawns, or will stop iron golems from spawning here. Because right now I have iron farm designed to work to fit in the tower, but occasionally on these spots where there's higher than 3 blocks they'll spawn. So obviously like right here I'd have to light it up, but and that should be enough, I think. Yeah, it should be, because mobs only spawn in 0 light now. But then again, I can always just use string. Can't use it there. I could just use string or carpet, and that would work plenty. Carpet is obviously not the most ideal choice, because you can't really see it too much from down here, but when you're level or at the height, you'll see it and it looks very ugly. So string would be the best use. It's really annoying placing string. So I can use sort of like a combination of both of them, and then create like, but then again, like I was saying, I can put in some of this and make it look overgrown. And then the glow lichen in combination with the cobwebs looks a little bit less random and out of place. So that's an idea, and having like a broken one. And then the other thing I thought about is taking bricks. Well, I thought about it just now, but replacing some of the deep slate with either normal bricks to make it look kind of dried out, or cracked bricks as well, just so it looks worn down and stuff. Like that. Just little design choices like that. And then obviously using leaves as well is something I forgot, but could work really well. So like right here, like this, and just have more overgrowth, and it looks like, obviously it's a very rough kind of breakdown, but that looks like it could be good. Also, I just thought about something. How does bricks look mixed in with this? It does have a look. It does look. I'm not sure if I hate it or like it. The other thing is, you may notice the walls are completely out of deep slate right now. Initially there was an idea to make the walls like a gradient between tiles, bricks, and, well, cracked tiles apparently. And like to make like a gradient of bricks. And I think this looks really good. The only thing is, when you're building like of this magnitude, I wanted to just use bricks for right now so I could get the design in place before sort of coming in and pockmarking the design with other choices. But I like how, I think I'm liking the contrast between the deep slate bricks and these. The only thing is, I wish there was a block that was kind of in the middle of these two colors, like a little bit darker, a little bit lighter. And tough doesn't do it. So like a mix between maybe blackstone. Maybe blackstone's too dark actually. Oh yeah, blackstone's too dark. So I need like a mixed block. I need a block that transitions from cobbles, from like stone to deep slate in terms of color pattern, and I'm not sure. The term is gradient, but like can't. My brain too small to think of words. So I think the problem, like you need a grayscale sort of. And ooh, this might be the right color. No, too dark. What if you use the concrete version? Then it doesn't have enough texture. So you can see, like, when you see that, it's too abrupt of like a knockoff. By the one side, the gray isn't as bad, but it's not the right color still. No, my selling wouldn't work. Ooh, what about basalt? If it was a bit patchier, maybe. No, not basalt. There's a block that was like basalts. Maybe you can go completely off the grayscale, maybe, and take blue. How bad does that look? It's not terrible, but it's also just not the right color. It's not. I think that's pretty close though. Nope, definitely not that. Crying obsidian. Oh no, but crying obsidian gives off light. I don't like that. Oh, black concrete pattern. Yeah, way too dark. Oh, coral. Coral's actually a really good block to use gradients with. It's like andesite. It's like a darker andesite, so it's pretty good. Cause andesite's too light, but coral is better. I think the problem just is blackstone or deep slate's just not on grayscale enough. Because you see, like, light, all these blocks work with grayscale, but deep slate's just so dark. I wonder if bedrock. I know this isn't possible, but how would bedrock look? Terrible. It's too noisy. We tried gravel. Maybe some of the coal ores? Oh. That doesn't look terrible. What about deep slate with a different block to make it lighter? No, it's not good. I don't know if you can get deep slate coal though. It'd be a rare block either way. Not for it. Smooth stone. No, I don't like it. I'm just gonna keep blackstone here for a while. Not this blackstone, this blackstone. But this is sort of the idea. I do really like the overgrow idea. Mixing in some bricks would be really cool, because I don't think I've ever built with bricks in a way I've liked before. Because I think every time I build with bricks, they look bad. And I wonder, so with glow lichen, do I actually need vines to make it look overgrown? Or do the vines just add too much? I think the vines are just too bright. I think having glow lichen, leaves, and cobwebs kind of do it justice. Huh, that's pretty good. I like that. I like the idea. So I'll mess around with that a bit more. The other thing is I have to figure out. Fly, get out of here. I have to figure out what to put in the other towers, because there's not a lot of space to work with. There's certainly not enough space to really put farms or anything. So that'll be design choices. Farms will go around or underneath the base anyway. And then I have to figure out what to put like in the middle of these towers. That's what I'm really blanking on right now. Something has to go in the middle of these. And like my initial idea is I wanted to do something really cool. This is an idea I've had for a while that I've never been able to execute quite right. But the idea, get out here, fly, is you have like the outside of a building, and then the inside of the building doesn't match the layout at all. So something like this, where you have like a room here, like this. Like you'd have a room here, and then like like a hallway, you know, just like a hallway, and then a staircase. Obviously not anything like what I would put in here wouldn't look anything like this, but the idea being you have like all these rooms that are like they kind of look like they're in a void, and then you just build up a base around them. So obviously the flies on my computer screen, die. You have like the walls of the outside here, and then you wouldn't be able to see it from inside the rooms or anything. And this is an idea that I've wanted for a while. And that's what I'm doing here. Like underneath the base is what I'm going to do with the caves. Is going to be that idea, and I'm really excited to start that. But it's going to take a while. What was I doing? Oh right, I was talking about like that stuff. And then obviously, I think I showed that I'm redesigning this wall to make it a little bit. I didn't want to screenshot that. I'm making it a little taller because right now it's a little short for my liking. And you know, I have a lot of room to play with because right now I think I'm not even at the 200 height. For how the base. Jack, stop licking my blanket. Hey, stop. Stop licking my. Get your filthy tongue off my blanket. Here, take a toy. The tallest point of my base currently in this world does not reach 200 height limit yet, and obviously build height got heightened, extended up to 300 something. So a lot of room to work with that I want to make use of. Also, this glass wall would look so good without the glass glitches that you get, but it looks super good now. And once this base is up and running, it'll look better, and then I can work on extending the base. The only thing I'm thinking is I think I'm gonna end up extending the base out a little bit, and then these glass walls will be useless because I'll have to tear them down anyway. But oh well. Need deep slates and the chains, and then I really just need copper. Like copper makes the build look so good. Prismarine. The reason I'm using Prismarine right now, since I don't have copper, is Prismarine and deep slate actually looks pretty good. I think I really like how it looks, but I don't like how it looks more than. Jeez, there's so much Prismarine. There's so many blocks to get rid of. I don't like how it looks more than copper. Copper definitely looks better. And I've overflowed into this one too much. I just don't even want to keep any of this. Oh wait, this needs to stay here. I set up Prismarine bricks to go in the storage system as well, so I can just do this. So I can just craft some bricks, chuck them in. I also need a better place to chuck them. Because right now, I either have to go behind here, which kind of defeats the purpose of it, and then just go whack, 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 like that. And then eventually those bricks will be filtered into here. Not here, here. There we go. Yeah, also, I don't know if I showed it on stream, but I caught a second floppa, and then promptly, I healed him, I think. I used the heal potions on him, and then he ended up dying over here anyway. No, okay, so I went to use the heal potions on him so he wouldn't die. I missed both of them because they're splash potions, then he jumped off here and died. And I was not happy. Also, I tried out, yeah, I thought that maybe, you know, Guardians were hitting this and then not dying because they hit that block. No, because if you close this off so the Guardians can't hit anything, they will still end up living occasionally. So I don't know why, but Guardians do live in this design, like, occasionally, and I just can't figure out a way to. I don't know why. I think it's just random. My guess would be it's just random. Either I think just random, like based off how they're falling from the top. That like they're either catching on something or just falling or like hitting each other on the way down, so they don't fall as quickly, so they live a block, which is really annoying. I put in a couple more fishermen as well, but I think there's no better thing to do than just keep working on putting the base up. I need more bricks though. Actually, I think the best way to get bricks right now is to craft them. So I just go ahead and, oh, it's all full. If I just throw out all of these shards and make some blocks, eventually I'm gonna have to just throw away so much of this stuff because it's just too much. I'm gonna have to throw it away eventually. Ah, screw that. I think rather than like letting the farms, like throwing the blocks into fire, I think what I'm gonna end up doing is just having an off switch for the farm. If I can figure out how to do that, because I think I like the idea of just turning off spawns rather than letting the spawns keep coming and killing items off. It's also safer for me since I can't accidentally throw something in and burn it, which I have done before. Oh my god. But the farm the farm's gonna fill up really quick right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just gonna grab all these and craft them up. Like I said, I do have a bit of overflow protection right now, just not a lot. Basically 3 chests worth of overflow protection. And then that's it. I find the best use of prismarine shards right now is crafting them into bricks so I can build my base. There's a lot of prismarine here. Probably a quicker way to do this, right? Who knows? Oh, I'm backed up on fish as well. It's not a. That's I'm gonna ugh, a little worrying. Not a huge fan of the clutter. You guys should have seen the Giants game last night, or not last night. Yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Was it today? It might have been today. They were getting no hit into the 6th inning by the Reds. And okay, so there's a thing about the Reds. The Reds actually started off the year like 3-12 or something like that. They were the worst team in the game by a considerable margin. And the Giants started off the year as one of the best teams. And they got no hit by them until like the 7th, 8th inning. And then 8th inning, Longoria comes up, hits a home run, makes it 4-1. Whoa, beautiful. I don't know if people I've seen people complaining about Longoria, like a lot of people complaining about the management of the team. They're saying like, oh, why are we keeping on so many aging players and not making room for our younger superstars? But I find that really stupid for a couple of reasons. Let me explain. Let me go check my build design really quick and then I'll explain. But basically, people were criticizing Farhan Zaidi is the Giants, like, not owner, but like not the manager, like the director. What's his official title? Farhan Zaidi is the president of baseball operations for the Giants. So he's basically in control of the club, but he's not the manager. The manager for baseball, a baseball's manager, is like the team manager, like who writes the lineups, who puts in players and stuff like that. Is it? Well, he's also a part of. Wait, I think I'm getting confused. I think there's two types of managers, but like for a manager will help like with trade. Do they help? Alright, hold on. I think I'm getting Moneyball mixed up. What does a manager do in baseball? Is it just the field man? Okay, there's multiple, because there's the field manager and the general manager. A general manager will, for the most part, do what Billy Bean, or what's his name? Oh God, who played Billy Bean, he's famous, but will like work with other general managers to trade players to keep to get cash flow and stuff like that. Okay, that's the design 3. And then a field manager will. I don't know if Gabe Kapler's the general manager or the field manager. Let's see, Gabe Kapler role. What is it? It just says he's the manager. Is he the field manager or general manager? I think he's the general manager. NL manager of the Giants. I think he's the general manager, but he's pretty hands-on. So maybe there's not a general manager and a field manager, and they combine the roles, or I'm just thinking of something different. What was I saying? Oh, so they were criticizing Farhan Zaidi for his management of funds, basically, because the Giants had a relatively quiet offseason. They didn't acquire too many new players. So the thing is, in case you didn't know, Buster Posey retired, and Buster Posey has been the franchise face. So he's like the leader of the team and like the moneymaker of the team. Well, like not moneymaker, but like kind of moneymaker. Oh, what's the best way? He was the person who sold tickets because people were excited to go see him for basically since he came up. Was it 11 years ago? 13 years ago? Was he called up in 2011? Mr. Posey career length. He was called up in 2009. Okay, I was a little bit longer than I realized. 12-year. He's a 12-year player. That's right. So he's been the face of the franchise basically since that time, and he retired last year. And the Giants have no like veteran catcher, because Posey's been the catcher for the Giants for 12 years, and the only catchers the Giants have right now at the big league level are a guy named Kurt Casale and a guy named Joey Bart. Joey Bart was the Giants' 2019 draft pick, so he's relatively young. He's 24, and Kurt Casale is a bit of a veteran, but not to the Giants. He's a veteran from other teams, not other teams, but he's a veteran. He's from other teams. I think he's relatively young as well. And the Giants fan base was really looking for like a household catcher name to fill in the role of Buster Posey. But the thing is, it doesn't matter who you get for the Giants. He can be an amazing player. Like Joey Bart, Kurt Casale could go on and become the next like franchise player for a decade, but you cannot replace Buster Posey. Not only was Buster Posey like the face of the Giants, he's kind of been the face of catching for a long time. Even though my 3 favorite catchers are Molina, Mauer and Posey, and 2 of those are now retired, and Molina's actually retiring next year, which is sad. But what Buster Posey did for catching is kind of like indescribable. Like he's a legend. He's a legend, and I'd be very surprised if he doesn't make it to the Hall of Fame. So the Giants fan base are understandably looking for a void, looking for some player to fill the void, and the Giants, as I said, the Giants had a relatively quiet offseason. They picked up some people that I actually know, named Matthew Boyd, who is a pitcher who's been on the IL for a while, so they acquired him pretty cheap, but he's on the IL with like some kind of elbow surgery. I don't know if it was Tommy John or not. And oh god, Chris Martinez? I don't know his first name, but he played for the Cardinals. And then I don't think Estrada was here last year, but I think the biggest Alex Cobb was another guy they picked up. But like the biggest acquisition the Giants made was Carlos Rodon, who had like a Cy Young season or the Cy Young caliber season last year, and he was like their biggest, like the big acquisition. And the Giants basically brought in no new hitters. Well, they didn't bring in no new hitters, but they didn't bring in any like superstar names, because there was a lot of players on the market who are incredible hitters, and the Giants didn't go for any of them. I think at one point they were looking towards the Japanese all-star or rookie, the Japanese player Seiya Suzuki, but he ended up. The funny thing is, apparently Seiya Suzuki was going to meet with the Giants, but he went to the Cubs right before the Giants, and he fell in love with the organization and didn't end up ever even like touring the Giants, is what I heard. And then some other players got moved around that people really wanted to join the Giants, but they didn't end up. So people have been really criticizing Farhan Zaidi for not bringing up any of those bats. And the Giants historically have struggled very heavily with offense. Even though they have there's been a lot of big names for the big hitters for the Giants, they have like kind of historically struggled with offense. It's called like Giants used to call it like giant torture, where like their pitching would be stellar, but then their offense just wouldn't produce any runs for them, and you'd have super close games even though your pitchers were doing really well. So the Giants started off really strong, I think, but what ended up happening was some of the players got injured, and we were struggling, having like not almost all, but a lot of our players being from our AAA team, which is the River Cats. So the offense started struggling. So like at the beginning of the year, the Giants defense, like the Giants pitching staff, their starting rotation was insane. Logan Webb, Carlos Rodon, Alex Cobb, Anthony DeSclafani. I think DeSclafani wasn't even there for that long. DeSclafani, Wood, and then Alex Wood, Webb, DeSclafani, Rodon, and Cobb. They all were doing really well, and then as injuries, I think DeSclafani went out, and then Cobb started losing. Like he had a really good debut, a good second game, and then a couple games did poorly. Webb has been doing kind of not terrible, but not as good as last season. Rodon has been pretty good still. Like Rodon's like a power pitcher. He's all about strikeouts, and like he's striking out really high rates, but also still giving up some hits here now, and occasionally like it'll just be too many hits for the offense to give up for. And then Wood has been struggling for a bit as well. DeSclafani's on the injured list, so we're going with I think the Giants starters is Jacob Junis. It's either that or Marte. But like not like a big franchise name or anything. And the Giants offense has been struggling. Lamont Wade Jr., who was like a really big piece for the Giants, came back for a game, hit a home run, and then went back on the injured list. I think the game that Wade came back, LaStella hit a home run as well, and then Yaz hit a home run. But Wade, trident thrower. Wade's back on the injured, enchanted trident. Wade's back on the injured list, and then Jock Peterson had like 2 of the best games of his life, hitting 3 home runs and then a hit, was it double? Single or double to tie the game, and then another home run in the next game. But he isn't. It's kind of hard. Like he's not. I think he only got 1 hit last game, so it's not like an easy. It's not easy to sort of gauge how well he's doing right now, since he was doing mediocre to average beforehand, and then had like 2 insane games, and then it's only been 1 game. But what was it? Oh, I started this off. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. People were, like I said, people were cursing Farhan Zaidi for keeping an aging staff. That's what I meant to talk about. So they were like they were specifically like calling out Longoria, even though Longoria's been our third baseman for 5 years now, 5 years I think, and he's not that old, is he? Evan Longoria, he's like 34 age. He is 36. Okay, a little bit older than I realized, but he's still like 36 isn't terrible. But he's been very, very good. He actually won us the game, like the last guy I was talking about. And I just don't understand why people are calling, like, saying we're keeping an aging player on when he's been nothing but, excuse me, nothing but good. And they're calling out some like Tommy La Stella as well. But I think what people are forgetting was before the days of Farhan Zaidi in 2018, 2019, the Giants were one of the worst teams in the. They were really, maybe not one of the worst teams, but they were really, really bad because we had a lot of players, like a lot of players that we kept through sentiment, like Johnny Cueto, who has been just injury plagued for a while, Madison Bumgarner. Pence was 2018 retirement, right? Hunter Pence. Who else did retire? But for the longest time, the Giants' problem was keeping too many older players because of like fan retention. And I think people are just forgetting that stint of time where the Giants had like a really, really old lineup compared to what it is now. And it's not like the youngest. It's not like they're not crazy young. Like Flores is pretty old. That's the other people. People are complaining about Wilmer Flores. How old is he? He's only 30. What? How are you gonna complain that Wilmer Flores call him aging when he's 30? When did he leave the Mets? Because the last time, here's the thing, the last time I had heard about Wilmer Flores, he was on like the only reason I knew Wilmer Flores was he was like he got traded off the Mets, and then he was like, you know, he was obviously upset about it. He was like tearing up on the field, and then I actually thought like I hadn't seen him in so long that I thought he was thought he had retired. Wilmer Flores team history, please. But then I realized he was on the Giants, which was cool. Let's see, he was on the Mets from 2013 to 2018. And he spent 1 year on the Diamondbacks, and then he's been with the Giants since 2020. He signed February 4th. 2 year. Oh no, this is actually his last year. Oh no. So the thing about how the Giants are managing their team right now, or at least the way that it seems Farhan Zaidi is managing contracts, is they're not taking long contracts. So they signed both Belt and Crawford to like 2-3 year extensions. I think Webb is like the longest. Can I see a list of Giants active contract list? Is there a way to see that? Oh, there is. Wait, this is New York Giants. I don't care about football. Okay. Let me show this off. Show off window capture. Where is it? No, not window capture. Is it window capture? It's this one. Wait. It's this one, but I don't want to show off. Oops. There we go. Nope, this is the wrong screen. Oops. Turn that off. I need to add a browser capture. There it is. No, it's not gonna work either, is it? Is it? Nah. That's not gonna work, is it? No, it's not gonna work. Okay, fine, we'll just do this one. Okay, right there. So, the Giants don't have a lot of long contracts right now. So you can see 2025, where is it? So 2028. Joey Bart is one of their longest contracts because he's very new. I don't know what pre-arbitration means. That's something. It means something I don't know. But Joey Bart, right? Joey Bart is obviously the player that it was like a draft pick. He's very young, so he's 25. I think that's his age, right? Yeah, he's 25, so he's very young. So they have him signed through 28. Camilo Duvall is also very young, 24, and he's very good last year, so he's signed through 28. And then Stuart Fairchild, who I've literally never seen in my life, is signed through 2028. And then Luis Gonzalez is as well. I didn't realize Luis Gonzalez was. I really like Gonzalez. And then 2027 with Estrada. But for the most part, they're contracts that are 2026 and up. So they're 4-year contracts that are 4 years right now or up are generally longer. So Lamont Wade, sorry, their contracts that are like longer are for their better players. So 2026 and up. Zach Littell, not really what I'm talking about. Steven Duggar either, but Lamont Wade Jr., Logan Webb, Tyler Rogers, those were very key players for the team last year. Tyro Estrada has been doing very well as well. Joey Bart is obviously a younger player. Camilo Duvall was very good. Never heard of Donnie Walton, ever. Or Stuart Fairchild. Luis Gonzalez has been pretty good, but for the most part, anything that's not for a 4-year is only been through 2024 for the Giants. Couple. Darren Ruff is we acquired him from the minors. Interesting. But you can see most people aren't signed for very long. So where is Wilmer Flores? He's signed through 2023. Peterson was so Wilmer Flores was a 2-year contract. Peterson was a 1-year contract as we got him this year. But you see, like a lot of the lineup is set to go like a lot of their lineup is set to be gone in 2024. Like you see a lot of numbers are 2024 or lower, and these are big names like Evan Longoria, Brandon Crawford, Carlos Rodon are all going to be, well, Rodon and Evan Longoria are going to be, not Longoria, Carlos Rodon is going to be a free agent, and then Crawford and Longoria extension means their original contract was extended. I think arbitration extension means they were extended his contract at a certain time. And then Brandon Belt qualifying offer means he was going to be a free agent, but qualifying offer I believe is the first offer made. You see right here the news that Belt accepted qualifying offer. In the qualifying, where is it? Qualifying offer is a competitive turns. In the qualifying offer system, clubs wishing to receive compensatory compensatory draft picks for the loss of a free agent can make a 1-year qualifying offer worth the mean of the salary. Oh, so basically, a qualifying offer is given to a player who's been only on that team and hasn't received a qualifying offer. So basically, it's the first offer someone who's has the first offer a player when a player signs with their first team, the first offer they can get is a qualifying offer. They can only get one, and it basically means they're given like a median of a salary, so not like specific what they're worth, but like a median salary to come back for the team if they don't want to go on free agency. And Belt chose to remain, but also you see Belt is set to be gone after next season, and Brandon Belt, Brendan Crawford have both only played with the Giants and have played with them for 13 years. They're both pulled up in 2009. Was it 2009? I know they were called up the same year. His debut was in 2011. 2011, not 2011. But yeah, 2011. So it hasn't been 13 years. It's been 9 years, actually. Wait, no. 11 years. Jesus, I can't do math. Crawford and Belt have both been with the Giants for 11 years, which is only 1 year under Posey. So they're set to potentially be off the Giants. These players that have been with the team for over a decade and have been household names, like we used to call them like the Brandon brothers. They could be gone off the team, and you'd think it would never happen, but Bumgarner was taken off the Giants, so you never know. Anyway, so like I said, the lineup is set to change pretty hard. Wood, like I think their entire pitching staff, right? Anthony DeSclafani's 2025, Rodon's 24, Wood's 24, Cobb's 25. So their pitching staff is set to change within a few years. So I think what ended up happening was for the 2022 season, every single pitcher on the Giants was either a free agent or I think it was a free agent, yeah. And they had to rebuild their pitching staff, so they brought back basically everybody except Kevin Gausman. And I think the reason so that's what happened. This is what I really didn't like, this is what kind of showed you off, is Gausman was one of our best pitchers, and as he said, he wasn't allowed to come back. It's not like he was barred, but he wasn't given an offer, I think. It was either he wasn't given an offer, he wasn't given an offer that he wanted to. Ah, man, I miss Gausman though. Gausman and Posey. I think it was he just didn't get the right offer. So I think he signed a 5-year deal, right? But I think the Giants offered him like a 1 to 3 year contract, I'm pretty sure. He wanted a longer contract, and he wasn't offered a longer contract by the Giants, which ended up causing him to just take a different offer, basically. And it sucks because he was a well-liked player, and he just didn't get the offer he wanted, so he left. And I think that's what the main takeaway is. A lot of the players haven't signed long contracts. So like you can see the players with the longest contracts actually have the lowest salaries. So you can see 2020, actually, well, except Rebia, but I think he's just not been good. So you can see like with anyone in this bottom row, because they order it by salary, like they have longer contract years, but they also are paid less than $1 million. So like Lamont Wade Jr. is, I think I don't know if he debuted, but like you see, the reason they have longer contracts is because they're paid less. But for the most part, anyone getting like basically anyone getting over $1 million isn't signed through 2025, except Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski was really good last year. Or was he? I think he was better. No, he was better in 2019, but he's been very good. But for the most part, anyone signed for over $1 million isn't signed through 2026, barring him. So that's what I think. Those are through. How many? When were they? You can't see when they were acquired unless you click on them, right? But basically, the new acquisitions, because Mike Yastrzemski was. This is his new contract, I'm pretty sure. But Jake McGee was acquired in 2019. He was acquired in 2021, was he? 2-year CC, 2-year contract with McGee. Flores was oh, you can see their. I'm so dumb. You can see their contracts up here. Longoria was a 6-year contract, and it's ending in 2 years. So he probably won't be invited. If I had to guess, I would say he's not coming back, and he is the Giants' like biggest salary, so he's probably not coming back. Crawford got an extension on his contract he got a 2-year extension. I would say I don't know if he'll come back. Rodon got a 2-year contract, so the Giants' most expensive contract is technically Rodon's, because Longoria has been in effect for a while. And then DeSclafani got a 3-year contract at $12 million. Crawford, dude, they do not spend. They're not like, this is not a crazy amount of. It's not a small amount of money, but it's crazy that they're not spending more. Like, let's take a look at the Yankees. Date. See, oh my god. I forgot Stanton's re-signed for $325 million. Jesus Christ. Donaldson signed for 4 years? Jesus, $92 million. You can see they don't like for the you saw how much the Giants were spending on their top player was it 100 million on Longoria, and the Yankees have, you know, 2 players well above 100 million and 2 kind of at 100 million. How much are they paying? Wait. Oh, what was Judge's initial contract? Because 17 million for Judge is cheap. Jeez. But you can see the Yankees are a very very rich team. And then Matt Carpenter signed with them. I like that. I think I don't know who has the highest payroll. How much does how much money is Dodger spending? Honestly, I thought it would be more. A lot on Mookie Betts for. Dude, Mookie Betts has a job for another 11 years. And he's gonna make, in 11 years, he's gonna make $365 million. That's crazy. David Price is ending soon. Can't believe Freeman. Dude, poor Bauer. I think Bauer's kind of getting blackballed from baseball right now, but they have a lot of big names. What about the Angels? The Angels are kind of known for having really, really terrible trade deals where they end up spending a lot of money and players just don't perform as well. So Mike Trout and basically Rendon, but other people as well that they've spent money on that aren't no longer on the team. Duffy's on that. I didn't know Duffy was on the Angels. He used to play for the Giants. Right? I swear Duffy played on. No, he did play on the Giants. Why doesn't it show his thing? Oh, because it's showing. What? Matt Duffy did play for the Giants. Yeah, he played in the Giants. Wasn't show off that. He's only 31 as well. Damn. What do you mean inactive? What's up with him? Is he injured? He might be injured. Let's go back to the Giants. That's the Mariners. That's the Padres. Come on. There you go. What does this little check mark mean? Does it mean they're injured? Yeah, it means they're injured. I didn't know Rendon was injured. Belt's injured. I think he's on a day-to-day basis. Boyd's been out for a while. Slater went back on the injured list. He was off for a while. Same with Wade. They were off for a while to start the season. Came back for like a game or two, and then went back on the injured list. That sucks. But honestly, I thought more people were injured right now. Oh well. What was I doing? That's right. Oh well. Anyway, a lot of Minecraft played, I know, but I think I'm gonna end the stream right now because I got a little bored of Minecraft talking about baseball. Can't even lie. And no other. That's kind of it. Thanks for watching.